It is Jessie Lee. You can call me #Bossy, the people's mentor, and this is live coaching with me. So in case you are new to this, because I haven't done it in a while, you can do a couple of things. You can do a question and answer box on Instagram or type questions. I will answer them wherever I can see them. And then if you do want to come on live video, I will bring you on live if you request to go live. And you can ask one question. It can be a business question. Obviously, that is what we are doing on a coaching call. So let's keep it kosher, if you will. But I love doing these. These are super fun for me because I get to see and judge kind of where you guys are in your businesses and see, maybe what I can actually help you with. It's really useful for me to specifically find out what you guys need, especially as the Bossly Accelerator Program is coming out super, super soon. Maybe it might almost be ready today, but we shall see. I don't think it's ready today, actually, but allegedly it would be. So somebody wants motivation tips, and I will actually start there. So motivation is one of those things I do talk about a lot, but maybe I don't talk about it enough. And so motivation to me is an emotion. It's not actually useful. So if all you're doing is you're searching for motivation, then it's going to change the way that your mood changes. It's just like if you get in a bad mood and then all of a sudden something happy happens and all of a sudden you're in a good mood. It's the same with motivation. You can get around people who motivate you and you are motivated to do a little bit of work, or you're motivated to show up in your business, or you're motivated to put out a podcast, you're motivated to make that post or whatever. And then as soon as somebody comes right behind you and says, oh my gosh, well, you're doing that stupid business, or that's a really stupid idea, or you're in a scam, or you're whatever, all of a sudden you shift and you are no longer motivated. So the word that I am suggesting that you look for is actually inspiration. So what is inspiring you? What gets you to go into action? What makes you want to do more, be more, become more? Who's the person you look at and you go, oh my gosh, if I could just do 2% of what they're doing, I would feel better. I would feel inspired. I would feel like I want to know where I want to go. And then the other thing inside of that is, what is the vision of where you want to go with your life? What is the vision of what you want everything to look like? I have a very clear vision of my life that I'm going for, right? I have a very clear idea of what it is going to take for me to do that. And so that is how I shift. And so what you're looking for, photos de ma vida, is not motivation. It's actually inspiration. So great question. I appreciate you asking that. And let's see, it looks like we have Shweta Singal wants to come on live video. So Shweta, I'm going to bring you on a video. So I'm gonna get my pen and paper out so I can take notes if I need to while Shweta comes on. Shweta, how are you?
Hi, Jessie. I'm actually your neighbor. I live in Frisco.
Oh my gosh. Well, hello, neighbor. Should I wave at you? Hello. I love that. Well, hi.
Thank you for being with you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for jumping on. What can I answer for you?
So I wanted to ask about recruitment.
Okay.
So you prospect people, you feel they can do good at it, but they have reasons. Oh, I've never been on camera. I cannot do TikToks. I cannot do this. I cannot do my face on social media. How can you motivate them to see what I see in them? Like they can do so much more.
Okay. I'm just writing down what you said. Okay. So first of all, the idea, so I actually love, those are people I call virgins in this. I love virgins. And okay, that sounds kind of silly, but I actually like the people who have no idea what they're doing. And so if more people would realize that's actually a superpower, that you're going into something completely blind, you're going into something you don't know the secrets to success and you don't know what you're doing, I think you actually have a leg up. I think what's actually more difficult is people who come in and they say, I already know everything. I've already done this before. I've already made $1 million. Because then they follow the path that took them to get there. And that's not necessarily the path that's going to take them where they need to go now. Now, there's something that you said in there, which is, I cannot do videos. I cannot do TikToks. I cannot do. Then I cannot help you. Okay. And I'm not even saying live video. I'm not saying TikTok. I'm not saying reels. I'm saying if your entire mentality around business is, I cannot do. The question I would ask them is I would say, well, what can you do? Because what you're doing currently is not going to change anything in your life if you don't change something about your life. So what can you do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to make posts? Are you willing to do a podcast? Are you willing to collaborate with people? Are you willing to do events? Are you willing to go belly to belly? Are you willing to basically paper people's cars with flyers? Are you willing to open a brick and mortar store? Are you willing to go to an event and learn business stuff? What are you willing to do? Because it's been made very clear what you're not willing to do, but I need to know what you do want to do. And then I work with those, with those people who are quite frankly kind of greedy, right? The people who say, hey, you know what? I'm really never going to open TikTok, but I'm totally willing to use Facebook. So what can I do on Facebook? And then I can coach them there. Something that all coaches should listen to is you should always ask people before you jump in and start coaching them, hey, do I have permission to coach you? This is really useful because what a lot of business coaches do is they jump right in immediately. They jump in instantly and they think they have all the solutions. But quite frankly, sometimes people are looking for support. They're not actually looking for solutions. People should write that down. People are looking for support, not actual solutions. And so you as the coach for these people should find out, hey, are we actually trying to change this, or did you just want somebody to talk to? And especially if you start creating friendships with people, you'll have to start shifting that a lot. Yes, thank you for sharing, by the way. I appreciate you. I see you guys sharing over here on Facebook. So you can ask people that. So a lot of times friends will come to me. I'll say, are you coming to me as a friend or are you coming to me as a coach? And which one do you want? And then do I have permission to coach you through that? Okay. That's the first thing. And they said, how do you motivate people when they do not see what you see? There's a few things in this. Okay. Something really important for people to note is that belief is difficult. And so something I train people on is I will tell people, you can borrow my belief in you until you believe in yourself. Some of my top producers I've had that conversation with. Listen, I'll believe in you until you believe in yourself. And it's true. I do believe in people a lot more sometimes than they do believe in themselves. And if I at least let them know, hey, I'm not giving up on you, that's really powerful stuff. But you can keep reminding them of that. But what they really need to do is they need to come up with their own vision. So what makes people tend to believe is more like real heartfelt conversations, is more like, I really do believe in you. I know it's going to be a little difficult. You're going to have to be a little bit uncomfortable, but I do believe you can do this. And constantly just being the one who shows up, because a lot of the time, something I think that motivated or inspired a lot of people to actually get their lives in action is me continuing to show up. So I was just the person that never quit. So when a lot of people were saying this is inconvenient, this is difficult, this is too hard for me to do, this is out of my comfort zone, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, fill in the blank, I would say that's cool, but I'm going to keep showing up. So when people said, oh, I'm going to join next month, and they never did, I kept showing up. So now I have people that are joining after literally 8, 9, 10, 11 years who followed me for 8, 9, 10, 11 years who go, oh my gosh, you just never quit. I really didn't think you were going to be good at this. I'm like, I didn't think I was going to be good at it either. I just knew I wasn't going to quit. So you can't actually motivate those people. What you can do is you continue to show up, you continue to attract more people, you continue to put out content, you continue to be a presence that people know that they can find on the internet and in person, and all of that kind of comes together. But the last thing I'll say on this is don't fall in love with people's potential. That's more for you than anyone to hear. And this, I don't know, a lot of people probably need to hear that. They can put like a yes in the chat, but I have so many times fallen in love with somebody's potential. I've fallen in love with the idea of them, being the next big leg in business, or I've fallen in love with the idea of them showing up for themselves, and they just, you can't make them. You can't make them. And I've also learned that it tends to be the people that you least expect who do the most, because they're hungry. You're looking for the hungry. You're looking for people who are just no longer happy. You're looking for the people who go, someone told me there might be a recession coming. Somebody told me that inflation's really high. Somebody told me I should be a little bit worried. Like, I think I should get ahead of this and be solution oriented and start a business instead of trying to play catch up like the rest of the world is going to do. So I know I kind of gave you a lot. I'll repost the replay so you can watch it. But was that useful?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And here, this is me waving to you. I'm waving to you again. If you see me in public, say hello, okay?
Sure.
All right, you're awesome. Oh wait, do I want to end my live video? No. Look, it's been so long since I've done this. How on God's green earth? I don't know how to do these things anymore. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I got it. All right. If that was useful, make sure you guys share this. Make sure you let people know that I'm doing live coaching. And feel free to tag some friends below. All right. So I do see people who want to come on the video. I'm going to answer one of these typed questions because I know some of you are scared. So I will do this one. So we got the Skin Sweet Spa wants to know, how do you create value for your services to drive sales? So what you're actually looking for is not necessarily how do you create value for your services to drive sales. What I want to share with you guys is that people are doing business with people. They're not doing business with products and services. And that is what actually allows you a very unique position in life to take the position of I am selling for value instead of selling for the dollar amount. Now, this is something that you need to just kind of shift in your mind. But quite frankly, if the ketones that I sold that are identical to the ones that literally thousands of people on earth sell, if mine were double the cost, I would still still sell more, and I would actually make more money. Now, I don't set the prices for the ketones, so I can't actually do that. But I am telling you right now, you would spend your money with me for the exact same product as other people simply because of the value that I have provided to your life. You do not want to shop with other people. You are not interested in giving another representative money. You do not want to go to Amazon because Jessie Lee is the one who provided you the value. You don't want to buy coaching from anybody else because you already know those coaches are freaking fake coaches. You're waiting very patiently for my coaching program because there's nothing like it and you already know it. If I told you my coaching program was $2,000 a month, you would find the money for it and you would find the value in it. It's not, but hey, maybe I should make it that way because there's so much value in the way that I show up. There's also value in the content I provide. There's also value in me being a very real human being. There's also value in the relationships I've created with all of you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So many of you are so focused on all, whoa, do I need to put out gratitude messages every day on my social media? Do I need to put the best videos on social media? Do I need to have the most creative TikToks with the perfect editing? Do I need to look a certain way, walk a certain way, talk a certain way, be a certain way? Absolutely not. It's not valuable. One of the things that's most valuable that I provide is I'm very real and very successful, but it's more like I'm very real and therefore very successful. You know a lot of stuff about me. You know things about my personal life. There's a lot you don't know, but there's a lot you do know. There's things you know about my consistency. There's things you know about how I speak to people. There's things you know about how I show up. There's things you know about how I create content. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it's extremely authentic. And in a world and in a space where, quite frankly, a lot of business owners are not real. They are not authentic. They do not screw up. They do not apologize. And by the way, you have every right to change your opinion on stuff, okay? You have every right to grow as a human. Do not feel bad for that and evolving and shifting and becoming a better person, etc. That is valuable. It is valuable, everything you do. It's just that it is your life, so therefore you think it is boring. You do not see value in it because it is you. You wake up every day and you go to the same job, or you run the same business, or you create content, or you are a mom. All of these things have value innately inside of them. So stop thinking you're not valuable. And if you want to create the value, like Skin Sweet Spa, I'm going to guess that there's something along the lines of massage or facials or all of these things. Why do I continue to go to the same person? I will move my appointment if my provider is not available, knowing fully well another person at the spa could do the same hydrofacial. I don't want to go to that person. I want to go to the person that I can have communication with. I want to go, her name's Rose. I'd like to go to Rose. Rose gives me free dermaplaning because we have such a long relationship, and I don't even care. I would pay for the dermaplaning. It's just that she does it for free because we talk, we chat. I know about her family, I know about her man, I know about the house she bought. She knows about me, I know about her. There's a relationship, and to me, that is more valuable. To me, I would spend more money to make sure I book with Rose. To me, I will inconvenience myself to make sure that she is the one touching my face and nobody else. Does this make sense? The value is not always in a dollar amount. Quite frankly, I think it is often not in the dollar amount. And we put way too much pressure on that. People will find money for whatever they think is important. And if you think this is wrong, then tell me why in a recession that's coming and inflation rates that are crazy and whatever, why can you not order a Lamborghini? They're already sold out for 2023. Huh? Why do you go to the airport and the airport is so flippin' full, you can't even get on a plane? I want you to ask yourself this for a second. If all this doom and gloom is coming, then why are people still thriving? Why are people still buying $400,000 cars? Why are people still buying private jets? It's very difficult to find a jet right now. Trust me, I'm looking. Why are people still taking vacations for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, etc.? All of this because they've created so much value in the space, that it will continue to provide for a long time. And so if you're posting social media content, I want you to start asking yourself, is what I am posting valuable, or am I leading with price? Because price objections do not exist if you are leading with a tremendous amount of value. Okay, great question. All right, so was that useful? If it's useful, give me a yes in the comments below. And make sure you share this with a friend. I appreciate you guys so much. If you don't already follow me, make sure you tap the screen wherever you're watching and hit the follow button. This is just what Jessie Lee does. All right, so we got Mary Kate Murphy. She is next in the line over here to come on live video. Love seeing you guys. Where are you guys coming in from, by the way? Where are you watching from? I know we're probably all over the world. Mary Kate Murphy, hello, darling.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfect. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for letting me join. So I typed in the comment section, but I'll just say it again. So right now, racing, running, sprinting for a goal, and so
Love it.
And tomorrow night. And so doing the reach outs, masses, doing the coaching, doing all that. What are the tips to get that goal, to conquer that goal, and at the same time, like, not feel desperate,
Okay, so a couple of things. I need to know more. So give me some context. So what is the goal like, and how far are you from the goal?
Ooh, good question. Okay, so I put it in numbers, right? I'm like 6 people away from in this goal.
Okay.
And
I've got the people on the sideline, you know, and it's like, I've already done the coaching. It's like, now I'm just swamping you. I'm like, now I'm just like, I'm just annoying you at this point. You know, I've done that coaching. So now I'm just worrying about me, you know, like what am I in control of, you know? And that's what I'm focused on. And man, you said it in a podcast recently. You're like, I'm not banking on my team for anything. I'm going to do what I got to do. Like, you know, so that's why I'm just like, you know what? I've done the coaching. So I'm just going to, what can I control? Okay. So numbers. So I'm just like, just running, sprinting.
Cool. Okay. So I love this. Thank you for the clarification of this. How many of you, that's a really useful question for you also. You're like, how does she always hit her goals? How is Jessie Lee doing this? Oh my God. All right. Awesome. And thanks for listening to the podcast. I do appreciate that. That thing is blowing up. So I'm really excited. I'm excited for this. I'm hiring a podcast team so we can actually get this sucker organized. People keep asking for I need the podcast page so I can have it organized and know what the podcast is. La, 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 la. I'm like, all right. I'm going to get better. I'm going to hire somebody for it. Okay. All right, so a couple things in this. 6 is not that many. It just feels like a lot in your head right now because you have until tomorrow night, I think you said. So that feels scary. It feels overwhelming. And especially if it's something you've never done before, that's like where you start to get kind of that panicky. Okay. It's only 6 though. I know it feels like a lot, but it's actually not that many. And so you can do a couple of things inside this. The number one thing is, you mentioned this because you mentioned the word desperate. And I think a lot of people feel like that sometimes, is go do something to change your energetic state. It's good right now. Like, I don't feel like it's whatever, but I don't know how you're talking to these prospects. I don't know how you're reaching out or whatever. If I could guess, you're probably a little like, hey, it's me again. What's going on? You know, and you're doing this like anxiety driven, like, and it doesn't attract people. It doesn't close people. It doesn't make anybody feel like, wow, I really want to support Mary Kate. Like, they're not going to get that. So you might feel like you're in a crazy time crunch. It is going to be the best coaching, number one, I can give you to just whatever it is that grounds you. Go do it. Okay. Now don't do it for 10 hours, but maybe you go outside and you go for a walk and you leave your phone inside and you just breathe a little bit. You feel some gratitude. You remind yourself how good you are, how far you've come. What you really need to do is you need to get in a creative space. Okay. And what I mean by that is you cannot go to a creative space. I'm telling y'all, it is impossible to go to a creative space if you are in this, I gotta do my action. You need time for your brain to slow down to create solutions. And it is amazing. For me, sometimes it's like, I need to take a shower. I'm already clean, but I need to take a shower, because if I go in the shower, I'm certainly not taking my telephone in there. I don't want to listen to a podcast. I'm not singing in the shower. I'm just still. And your brain is going to start to come up with stuff. So like I said, maybe it's a walk. Maybe you go to a movie. I don't know, whatever. Just, you need to chill for a minute, because your brain is not coming up with solutions. It's coming up with resistance. And you're basically commission breathing all over people. And I know it's not intentional. You're not even trying to do it. And if it's feeling yucky to you, it's transferring into yucky energy to them. This is just the way this works. Okay. So that's the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do after you are done with the stressing and you're feeling good and you're feeling calm and you're feeling inspired, and you're probably going to come up with crazy solutions. Like, I completely forgot that person asked me and I have not reached out to them yet. What am I doing? Okay. Or why haven't I done a dual live with my top leader? You know, you're going to start coming up with all kinds of different ideas in your head. Like, why didn't I make a post in my Instagram story? Why did I forget to do that? Why didn't I do an extra reel? Why didn't I do an extra TikTok? Why didn't I just go live and tell people, hey guys, it's Mary Kate. You know, I've never been this close to a goal before. I do not like to beg. I do not like to make this seem like some kind of desperate thing. This is a goal that I've had for a long time. And it's just on my heart to tell y'all, if you choose to support me, this would be the one time that it would mean more than ever. And I would never forget the 6 people. I would appreciate it so much. Next thing I like to do all the time, I like to get really action steppy. So I do like to put stuff in my stories. I teach people to do this. You can do it with Post-it notes if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking for 6. And then the next story, you remove one of the Post-its. I've only got 5 left. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your order, Maria. It meant everything to me. I only have 5 left to my goal. I'm getting so excited. You know, little updates in between. People are going to watch your stories like it's a movie. They're going to try to order, and make sure you're making it simple for them to order. By the way, I'm going to get to something else in a second. I know I'm going really fast, but like, just rewatch this. Okay. I just want to give you as much as possible. Like, make sure you're making it easy for them. So make sure your link in your bio is set up properly. Make sure you have your linking directly in your stories. People don't think about that sometimes. Anytime you're going to present something and you're asking for someone to help, make sure the link's right there. People don't want to go hunting. They want to make this very easy, very simple. Same thing in your captions. If you're going to do a Facebook Live or something, you can even go back and edit your previous captions where you've talked about this and just make sure the link is accessible. It's not too late to do that, right? Something that maybe went viral for you before, or just performed well, or got results results before, even months ago, reshare that to your story, reshare that reel, reshare that post, reshare whatever. Things that worked well before will work well again. You can even re-download it, take the watermark off and re-upload it again. If it performed well once before, it'll perform well again, more than likely. So again, you're boosting yourself as much as possible. Okay. The next thing just a really big fan of is where can you add value? Okay, so this goes back to what I said to the last person, but the question really is, where can you add value? It's not about competing, it's not apples versus, I mean, it kind of is apples versus apples. How can you make it apples versus oranges? How can you be the orange instead of the apple? Well, you offer something extra. Okay, you can say, hey, for these next 6 people that order, not only are you going to help me reach a goal, it's very important to me, but I have extra bonuses. I'm going to make sure that I give you, and I wouldn't give monetary things, by the way. What are things that actually don't cost you much that are a huge value add? What is it you sell?
Like a sample pack, yeah.
Well, not even that. Like, what is something what do you sell?
Collagen.
Okay, so you sell collagen. Awesome. I actually knew that, right? So like on top of that, like on top of your collagen order, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give an anti-aging guide for free to the next 6 people who order. I'm going to give, my pro tips, my top 10 pro tips for getting rid of wrinkles or whatever it is, or your hair growth or blah, blah, blah. Like I'll tell you right now. So I got a value add. This made me order collagen actually from Kinsey. This is years ago. She had her whole branded whatever, but what she really had that I was excited about, not for me to personally get, but it was a value add that cost her nothing, took her time to make, but then cost her nothing and exploded her business, was she had a list of what you should buy if you want to grow your hair. Now, it wasn't like affiliate links. It was like tips and things you can buy to grow your hair faster if you want to expedite your growth. And it comes for free. Kinsey's on here. Oh my God. Comes for free with every single collagen purchase. Why couldn't you come up with? You know what you should do? Mary Kate, message her. She's right there. Kinsey Ray, message her and ask her. So you're on a time limit. You got a time crunch. Be smarter about this. This is why we love the Lehab. Woo-wee! Okay. It was a whole list. Now don't, whatever, copy it, steal it. She don't care. She's abundance mindset. I'm just telling you right now, literally, you can take it. You can find the same flipping hairbrush she said to buy on Amazon. You can find the exact same, shampoo that she recommends. You can find the same little scalp scrub or whatever the hell she had. It doesn't matter what it is, right? I really like, by the way, for wrinkles, these little jade rollers, whatever. Okay, I'm giving you a bunch of different ideas here. And then now you've got a free value add. Why would anybody buy collagen from anybody else when you have the resource? Because they want the collagen, but how many times have they bought collagen in the past? And it's not that it didn't work. It's that it wasn't being used to the best of its abilities. Now you have the solution. So now instead of trying to discount or give samples or, here's a coupon, here's whatever, now you're competing with the masses. Okay, drop the M. You're competing against a bunch of asses. Okay, like instead of trying to drop yourself and your value and you're scraping by, you're not even making profit because you're giving away all your profits just to get the rank up or whatever the hell. We're going to stop all that and we're going to focus on what makes me better. What puts me up here in my own class? What makes people only want to shop with me? My prices might be higher, but my value is much better. If you do that over the next 36 hours, I want the message about how you hit your goal, because 100% there ain't no way you're not hitting your goal. Okay?
And on that note, I'm going to take a shower because yes, that's
But now you're sweating. She's like, now I'm sweating. I need a shower.
Oh, thank you so much. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
Seriously, I got like my little notes all right.
Awesome. Good. Proud of you. And like I said, message me when you hit your goal.
I will. Thank
Awesome.
you.
You're welcome. Oh, it's so fun. I love doing these. I need to do these more often. It's so good seeing all y'all's faces and everything. If that was useful, like I said, make sure you hit follow. Make sure you share this video. Look, I actually found a statistic that said if you share my videos, you become 23% more attractive. Now, it is a study that was conducted by Jessie Lee Ward, but I'm just telling you, it's a fact. So make sure you follow and you share. All right. People are like, Jessie Lee, why you look so good? You look so attractive. It's because I share my own content. I just became so beautiful because I just share my content repeatedly. And then it just caught up. What can I say? All right. So, all right, let me grab a typed question over here. We got some typed questions. Okay. All right. Let me see. We've got this over here. Oh, I can't see the whole question. I have the belief in this industry. It grows every single time you train. How often do you check in with silent business partners to see if they're ready to relaunch while always looking for new recruits? Oh, okay. Well, I should have read the whole question before I answered. I don't really do that. Okay. So here's my thing. I am a constant present force. I used to be this person who would reach out repeatedly to people, almost like I was your personal therapist because you joined me in business. And I would consistently just try to drag you to the good side. I would just, please, oh, you could be so amazing. I just believe in you so much. You could be, and I would fall in love with people's potential, like I talked about at the beginning of this live. And the problem with that is that you stop loving yourself and you start having animosity towards almost yourself, certainly your business, certainly towards the people who are working their business, because those people aren't. And here's the thing. If you show up and you decide to relaunch, I'm going to see it. You understand? If you decide to show up one day and you start doing stuff, I'm so involved in my businesses, I notice you. I start seeing you on calls. I start seeing you on trainings. I start seeing you show up for yourself and for others. It's impossible for me not to notice. So I love this, but I don't check in with silent business partners. I just don't have time for that. Okay. I don't have time for that. And it was ruining my growth in my business. And it was ruining my passion towards my business because I was spending all of my extra time dragging and dragging and dragging and dragging because I believed in people. So my suggestion, Macy or Mac, Leo, D, Rebecca 1, blah, 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 blah. Just start showing up to something. You'll be shocked at how many people do start to notice you. All right. So I want this to be a half-hour long live simply because I have got to go shopping for I have to go shopping for some shoes, to be totally honest, for a wedding I'm in. So I'm going to do one more live viewer. If this is useful, my suggestion, like I said, guys, please make sure you follow me. I do these pop-up things. This will be on the podcast. This will be all over the place. But make sure you are following and you are sharing this so that everybody gets the good news of Jessie Lee. All right. We have Deborah Tan in the line to come on. So Deborah. I don't know why I'm singing to you guys. All right, gotta get my notes out here. Let's see. Deb, your hair is so cute. How are you?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm having a little bit of issues with my Instagram because the request send window is still popping up. So I'm gonna cancel that and see that. Okay, great. Hi.
Oh. Hey, how are you? I can see you just fine. Everyone, look at her hair. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. You remind me of back in my day when I had my vivid colors. Now I've got my little tinsel and stuff going on in here, but yeah, very pretty.
I got friends in dye places, so.
I got friends in dye places. See, you were just waiting to use that line on me. Well, you got me. You got me.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you remember, but we met in Hacking Better in September.
Yep.
And, after the event and everything, I went back to Singapore. Yes, it's 3:23 in the morning. I have no idea why I'm still alive. I think it's just the universe wants me to talk to you and be in this live. So
I love it. Love that.
Yes, I'm so lucky to be talking to you. But so the context is I came back from Hacking Better and then suddenly my business exploded. Like I had hundreds of inquiries every single day and I was just messaging people, replying people like a maniac, and I started feeling guilty at some point 1 week in. I mean, I hit all my incentives really quickly. It's never happened before. I'm just like, how did I even hit my MVP in 10 days? This is not possible. I've never hit it in my entire year. So
love it.
But I started feeling really guilty because, so the question is how do you stay committed in your business, rolling with the momentum, without compromising on your personal time, your personal life, and the people that you care about?
Oh, such a good question. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, of course, I remember you. I'm one of those people. You can ask Courtney. It's like if I ever meet you, I always remember you. So you never have to worry about that. And that's my favorite part about social media, quite frankly, is you get to meet people here first and you feel like you actually know somebody. Then you meet them in person, you do know them, and then you see them again on social media. You're like, oh, best friend, what's up? So, and thank you for sharing. I see this over here. I appreciate you, Barb. So great question. Okay. So I'm going to answer first of all by saying it's an Ariana Huffington quote. I heard it on a Tim Ferriss podcast and then Jay Shetty repeated it the other day to me. And I was like, my man. And the quote is, you can have everything you want in life. You just can't have all of it at the same time. Okay. So here's a couple things. You need to get really clear on where you want to go in life. You need to get really clear on the vision of what Deborah wants. You need to get it really clear on where you want your business to go and what those goals are. You also need to get really clear on what you want in your personal life. You need to get really clear on the kind of relationships you want, the friendships you want, the time you want to spend on this. You need to get like crystal flipping clear on where you want to live, what you want to do, your hobbies, your things you do for fun, your whatever, all of this stuff. Because you can't just be clear on your money goal. And a lot of people can get clear on their money goal, but they're not clear about what they want their life to look like. And ultimately, then you're not living a full life. And I like to coach people on how to live a full flipping life. I am just telling you, I've done the crazy with intention. And I've also done the chill with intention. And now it is the balance of the two. But please stay tuned, because some of you are going to think that all of a sudden I believe in balance, which I do not. Okay. So, and like I said, permission to change your opinions on stuff based off of new information, but my opinion is not about to change. Here's the fact of the matter. If your business right now is exploding and you are comfortable having a conversation with, I'm guessing, a significant other and probably some friends, and just say, look, I need 90 days or whatever it is. I'm just giving you a fake time frame. Okay. I just need 90 days and I'm going to run like hell. And my goal is to hit 100K. My goal is to hit whatever, I don't know, whatever it is for you. My goal is to bring home this much money. My goal is to hit this rank. My goal is to bring in this many business partners. My goal is to do this. And and I have 90 days to do so. And as soon as 90 days is done, I'm not running like this anymore. But I need to get buy-in from you, because you need to understand I'm staying up late. I'm waking up earlier. When I'm on my phone during dinners and lunches and, any kind of outing, if I even do go out, I don't want to feel guilty about it. It's done after 90 days. And then you have to commit to that. As soon as 90 days is done, you got to stop. And I don't mean stop entirely in your business. I don't mean throw the business out the window. I mean run like hell, like a demon is chasing you for 90 days, and then shut it off. And then when 90 days is done, you go on a crazy date, or you do something, you take a trip, you celebrate your goals, you go back to your normal hours of working 6 hours a day instead of 18 hours a day, whatever it is. But you can't stay in psycho mode forever. And take it from somebody who people thought I was in psycho mode forever. I was in psycho mode for 12 years. Okay. Like, it was a long time. But now I'm doing different things. Right. But I also knew where I wanted to go with my life. People thought that, oh, Jessie Lee can't get a boyfriend. Jessie Lee can definitely get a boyfriend. Jessie Lee just knew she didn't have time for a flipping boyfriend when she's working 18-hour days. That's not fair. I have no time to commit to you. I have no time. None. Right. So the real thing is, like, the guilt, you might feel some. You might feel the friend guilt. You might feel the whatever guilt. But remember, it's just a season. And you can have it all. It's just at different times. And I intentionally prioritized the season of business so that I could have the life I have now. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't know the numbers, but I knew if I could create massive momentum, if I could create a tremendous amount of wealth, that I could then turn that into generational wealth. I didn't need $100 million to become worth $100 million, but I needed to make network marketing cash flow like a mofo in order to turn it into wealth. And I knew it was just a season. And then I was able to hire. I've increased my employees by over 400%. My payroll has gone up over 400% in the last 3 months. I've done all of these crazy things that I wouldn't have been able to do if I didn't prioritize the season of psycho business mode, psycho coaching people for free. Do you know how many events I did for free? I used to get on stages, big stages, huge stages. I used to do it for free, knowing someday I could come out with an accelerator program, knowing someday I would step on stages for no less than $20,000, knowing that no matter what, all of this would be long game, right? Everything would be different if I would just put in the work. So really I can't even read my handwriting, but the feeling guilty, there we go. You're going to feel like you're sacrificing things, but understand it's only temporary. And everything, I heard this the other day, everything has a tax to pay. Everything has a tax to pay. So what does it cost to have a healthy body? There's a tax to pay. You're not eating what you want to eat all the time. You're taking more supplements maybe than you thought you needed, but your doctor tells you, no, you need this. Okay. You're having to move your body more. You're doing all this stuff. You're not sleeping as much because you got to go to the gym. You got to do whatever. There's a tax to pay. There's a tax to pay on success. What are those taxes? There's a tax to pay to be in a healthy relationship, right? You got to sacrifice. You got to communicate. You know, you got to not always be right. You know, there's taxes you got to pay. You got to go to the stupid movie. I don't want to watch another Avengers movie. I want to watch a rom-com. Okay, I love you. It's a tax to pay, right? Like, that's just life. So what season are you in and what taxes are you going to pay? And then the other thing I will say is before you do this little run, because it sounds like you're kind of in this like, right now, if it's a partner, if it's a friendship thing, if it's whatever, go and have a hell of a time, but plan it. Like, we're going to take this weekend and we're going to be hood rats. We're going to do the craziest. We're going to go all out. This is our last flipping fiesta. Deborah, we're going to the theme parks. We're going to rent this hotel. We're going to go to the spa. We're going to do all this stuff. We're going to spend all this money on these fancy dinners. And then for 90 days, you can't find me. But at the end of 90 days, we're going to do it again. We're going to go to the spa. We're going to fly to America. We're going to take a trip. We're going to do whatever. So now you're at least setting yourself up not only mentally for success, but also for actual success in your business, because you're going to have to focus and you can't feel guilty about it, but you really do need to communicate, and communication is difficult. Is that useful? Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, no.
Guilt.
Oh,
My part.
There you are. I can hear you now. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, my phone is like low battery. Yeah, no, I think that was really helpful because a lot of the guilt is kind of my own, like, I'm just getting in my own head. I have a really supportive partner. He's been, like, running this business with me like a maniac. It's just, when I go into, like, demon mode, like, my mind just goes into this, like, you know, this state, and everything just gets shut out. So for a moment, I was just wondering if that's the right, like, is that how, like, someone with, you know, like, someone like you who has been doing business for a long time, like, is that normal? And, you know, like that really helps put things in perspective. It's
super normal. And I will say one more thing on that, because you do have a supportive partner. This goes for, there's so many people listening, and I know a lot of people watch a replay. Guys, when you communicate with somebody and they tell you how they feel, believe them. Okay. So like if his actions are lining up with his words and he's like, Deborah, babe, I love you. Go. Baby, go. Like, I'm here for you. Like, I will cook. I will clean. I will make sure the bills are paid. I will handle the trash. I will do, like, baby, run. Well, then run. You know, like, I think sometimes people don't even communicate. They don't even ask their partner, hey, can I be in this season? Can I do whatever? Like, or I'm going to be in the season. Is that cool with you? Or, you know, whatever. He gave you full permission. So run. Run. And then like here and there do cute stuff. So we make sure he knows how much you appreciate it. Like maybe before you get in this, write a whole bunch of love notes today, you know, like, and then be ready to hide them on days when it's high stress, like stick it on his pillow or something or whatever. So you're still communicating in the love, but you know, we too often, you know, we assume, like you said, you're your own worst critic, right? It's like, we assume sometimes, oh, they're not going to be supportive. Oh, they're not going to like this. So he can't possibly actually be that supportive. The man literally told you he wants you to win. So go win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So fun. Good seeing you again, even if it's on live. Awesome. Is that useful for you guys? If it was, you can drop a yes in the chat. So I have got to go buy some shoes. Okay. So I have got to go, but I hope this was useful for you guys. If it was, please make sure you share this. You can even screenshot it if you want to. You can put it in your story. You can do whatever, but I do appreciate you guys. And then little last update, the funnels should be done for the Bossly Accelerator program. So I don't know if it's true or not. I got to check my ClickFunnels account, but that means we can start the countdown for the Bossly Accelerator. For those of you who have been interested in joining, there's never been a program like it ever before. No one's ever had coaching like that before, ever from me. And I'm super excited. There are limited layers to it. So the top 2 tiers are completely cut off at a certain sellout level, but the bottom tier is open to all. So love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm so excited. I will do polls on shoes for you guys. But I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for following. My name's Jessie Lee. If you don't already follow me or know that, you can call me Bossly or the People's Mentor. And I just appreciate y'all so much. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao.